On SciTech Today this morning, what does "I'm sorry" mean to a child? A series of studies with children ages 4 to 8 takes a look at their understanding of apology and emotion. Joining us now from the Museum of Science Boston is Craig Smith from the Harvard Graduate School of Education. Thanks for joining us today, Craig.
It's nice to be here, thanks.
Well, parents always have their kids say "I'm sorry," and you wonder, do they get it? Do they know what it means? Should you even bother? And that's exactly what you're studying, right?
That's right, yeah. I have 2 kids myself, and it became very interesting to me. And we do find that parents prompt apologies from kids, especially when they've hurt or upset somebody else. So we were curious about what they understand, and they, surprisingly, even at age 4, understand quite a bit.
So how are you conducting the studies?
So we show kids situations in which one child has upset or hurt somebody else, and you even have an example of a picture there, I think, where a kid's pushing another child on the playground to get a swing, and then kids either see this character apologizing at the end after they get the swing that they want, or they see them just saying nothing. And we compare those situations, and we find that kids often pay attention to the victimizer or the wrongdoer's happy feelings about getting the swing when there's no apology, and they really shift to paying attention to these negative feelings that come up from hurting another person when a simple apology is introduced to the story. So they really clearly get that an apology is an expression of this negative emotion.
Do they feel bad for the kid who gets pushed?
Yeah, so they also pay quite a bit of attention, even without the apology present, to the negative feelings of the person who is victimized. But when an apology is present, they also start understanding this person could feel better. That just with the presence of a simple apology, they get that somebody's feelings can be improved by that.
And are they having a better understanding of rules and following rules?
Yeah, so that's one thing that parents really talk about, is that their goal in apology prompts is to teach these moral rules and to draw attention to the victim's experience. And that's exactly what kids pay attention to when an apology is introduced. They shift away from the gains of the wrongdoer, and they shift to focusing on the moral rule that was violated. So yeah, it seems like to really harmoniously connect what parents want in apology prompts to what kids seem to get out of the apologies.
And what ages do they start to get it?
Yeah, we're looking at kids as young as 4, and they're really getting it at that age, although there's more complex stuff that develops around 7 or 8, where they start getting understanding mixed feelings, that a victim who gets an apology might feel good about the apology, but feel still a little bit upset about what happened to them. So there is a developmental trend where kids understand more and more complexity as they get older.
And you need to do more study to see if apologies will make them stop hitting their siblings.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and one thing that's interesting, I think, is that you know, as parents, we want to understand exactly how to help our kids in these situations. And I don't know if the words themselves are as important as finding a way to draw attention, I think, to the experience of the victim. And it appears that apologies do that really nicely.
All right, Craig Smith from Harvard, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Interesting.
Thanks a lot.
You be sure to join us every Thursday morning at this time for SciTech Today, or log on to the Museum of Science website at mos.org.